more of our reaction video series. We're actually looking at 205 Live tonight. And I will admit, this is actually the first full episode of 205 Live that I've had the chance to watch. I'm part of the problem. I realize
That's true.
This show's not been getting the ratings, and
hashtag AB Pitcher will be debuting on 205 Live here in the next coming weeks. I heard definitely cruiserweight, but oh man, hits like a heavyweight.
Is that under 205?
No, it is at the moment. It fluctuates, but just keep a watch for that.
But no, first of all, let me preface this by saying I thoroughly enjoyed the Cruiserweight Classic this year. Loved every episode, so many great matches, and all the talent. For the most part, I love all of them. And this is my style of wrestling, really. One of my favorite styles of wrestling, I would say. It's not necessarily my only favorite. But regardless, I love this style of wrestling. And I'm not sure what it is. I don't know if it's just the overload of wrestling programming or what that has really kept me from watching the show. But tonight, we were here watching the SmackDown episode earlier, and Matt said, well, let's go ahead and watch 205 Live and do a reaction. And I said, yeah, let's do that. Really glad I checked this show out, man. I gotta say, it's really good stuff, and we're gonna get into all of it.
Yeah, absolutely, man. I've watched every episode since it started. Quite a fan. One of my favorites on-air WWE products. Actually, it's an hour of good action with a lot of good dudes. I'm a big fan of the Cruiserweight division. If you know anything about me and most of the Arson brothers, we get down with the light heavyweights. But the rumors it is struggling, and there's some things that could be done as the whole division, I think, to help that. But we'll get into that possibly at another time. But what did we open with tonight? I think it was Tony Nese. Tony Nese taking on. It was Lince Dorado, correct?
Yes, correct.
Started out.
Well, I thought, we were kind of talking about maybe issues with the cruiserweights, and it looks to me like one issue, and what we talked about the whole match was the fact that there seems to be just random 1 or 2 week pushes of certain guys in the division, and then they just drop. And this seems to be the case with Tony Nese at the moment. They've taken a liking to him, which I think is awesome. Tony Nese is awesome. You could easily transition right on up to the heavyweight division, which you said. And Lince Dorado, he's just a fantastic talent. And I felt like tonight was really the first time since the Cruiserweight Classic that they've allowed him to kind of open up and have a match like he's capable of having. And I think it was a losing effort in his part, but he made Tony Nese look like $1 million, and he looked great in the process too. That's my opinion.
Yeah, Jeff, I agree 100% with that. Actually, I think that was the kind of matches this division's going to need more, because not only did it help Tony Nese, who's in the middle of I feel like a big push there. But as you said, Dorado really got to shine a bit too, and I don't think it hurt him as far as from a tier level, so to speak, at all. So I think that's more what you need there.
Well, he couldn't go much further down.
Well, no, absolutely.
Has he won any matches?
Oh, maybe there at the beginning when they was first starting it, but I'm not even sure about that. Then we got the debut of Tozawa. Exactly. I know we've all been excited for this. He worked Jobber A.
No, his name was Han Solo.
Not Han Solo. Brand something Solo.
He shot first.
It's true. All of it. But yeah, Tozawa, awesome. That's what's even needs to be said.
Yeah. You felt like they let Mr. Solo get in a little bit too much?
I did, man. Whatever. I get it, but
they told him to go out there and shine, kid.
But that let it go on a little longer and get Tozawa to set up for a few things. I get that, but I don't know. Nonetheless, I think Tozawa can be a huge fire for the division.
Oh, absolutely. Love the guy. Love his work. definitely, if you're a new fan of Tozawa, I will recommend going back and checking out some of his work for Dragon Gate USA and some of the stuff he did for PWG and even Chikara a couple years ago. Good stuff. Looked real different back then.
But the post-match interview with Aries, I'll question a bit. I don't know what that was, the purpose of that. The way they did it was.
I kind of feel like the role they gave Austin Aries at this point is to go out and make their guys look bad when he interviews
I
them.
think so. He's making himself look to be quite entertaining at minimum. So I don't know. Even at that, and I think I can't get away from I'm only doing that because at that moment Aries is back and they're going to start fighting. I thought there for a second tonight. I thought Tozawa and him was about to have physical interaction, set up something there, which would be an excellent program.
Worth noting, they did have the Brian Kendrick out on commentary.
Oh yeah.
So possibly something there.
Yeah, that felt like what that was going to build to, just the way they did it, and that'll be really good too.
Yeah.
But, excuse me, the final bit on this episode of 205 Live, maybe picture, was a tag team match. What do we have? Cedric Alexander and Jack Gallagher against Noam Dar with Alicia Fox.
What'd you say?
Fox, man. What?
Never mind.
This guy. Nonetheless, Noam Dar and the champion, the king of the cruiserweights, Neville.
Yeah, it was awesome. Actually, I mean, getting to see a guy that we both love. We've had the chance to call his work in person. Cedric Alexander, who I feel literally one of the absolute best wrestlers in the world. Period. And getting to see him team up with Jack Gallagher, who's I think probably at this point the funnest member of the cruiserweight division.
Oh, yeah.
So, I mean,
and after that, doing the Rumble, man, I think Jack Gallagher was the star of the Royal Rumble match. Really.
Well,
I mean,
him with the umbrella.
Well, as far as not star of the Rumble match, just as far as what people, as you said, fun. He made his little bit of the Rumble match made that little bit of fun to where I feel like the criticism of that match is not. But it was a cool tag match. It was a really good match.
Mm-hmm. And Cedric getting the win.
Yeah, very cool.
So
I feel like Cedric's really starting to get a little fire under him, and that's really good. I think there's several of these guys. Cedric, I mean, any of them, I guess, but several of them that really could just break out and possibly be better for themselves and I think WWE elsewhere out of this cruiserweight division as well. I'm starting to see Tony Nese included in that, some other guys. But that was the short and sweet episode of 205 Live tonight. Jeff, I'm glad you finally got to watch an episode. I'm glad it was with me, and I'm glad it was to get to talk about it with these fine Arson fans.
Hey, anytime you can give me a show where I get to see Tozawa and Cedric in the same show, I'm going to be happy.
That's right.
Everything else is just gravy after that.
Yeah, gravy?
Yeah.
Biscuits?
Yes.
All right, we got to go because I think there's some food.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, again, WVCW this weekend will be there. You should be too. West Virginia Championship Wrestling on Facebook. As far as the Arson Brothers, it's Arson Brothers on Facebook. You can search us out there at Arson Brothers on Twitter. Also now on Instagram, getting that going. Throughout my personal stuff at Blue Turtle Grass on Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, Matt Klein. You can find me on Facebook there under that. Jeff?
Find me on Twitter and or Instagram at Jeff from West Virginia. That's Jeff from WV. Also, look me up on Facebook, Jeff Griffith, and come find me selling books.
He'll sling them books, that literature. All right, thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you here soon with another in the line of AB Reactions Wrestling.
Do you think Tozawa looked extra Dragon Gatey tonight?
King of Smooch style?